Hello, today we are going to be comparing and ordering rational numbers using a number line. So we have been ordering numbers, but today we're going to focus on fractions and decimals. Good morning or afternoon. Today we're going to be comparing and ordering rational numbers using a number line. So deciding which is greater and which is least, sometimes using a number line if you need to. So this first question should be extremely easy for you. So I want you to pause and do this one on your own. I want you to graph 7 and its opposite, and then 5 and its opposite, and then start again. And you could actually... Alright, so I have those. Here's 7 and its opposite, -7, and 5 and its opposite, -5. So, question, where does 7 lie in relation to 5 on the number line? So here is 5, here's 7. So it lies 2 units to the right. Where does the opposite of 7 lie in relation to the opposite of 5? So right down here. Instead of 2 units to the right, it's the opposite, 2 units to the left. And what we're trying to get at here is on the positive side, the greater number will be greater to the right, but the opposites, it's going to be the least number. So I'm thinking of two numbers. The first number lies to the right of the second number. The first number lies to the right of the second number. The first number lies to the right of the second number. What can you say about their location of their opposites? So if the first number lies to the right of the second number, it's going to be the opposite for their opposites. It will lie to the left. So for example, if I'm thinking of two numbers, 1 and 3, let me change the color. I'm thinking 1 and 3. The first number lies to the right of the second number. Its opposites, now it's going to lie to the left. Or if it was here, if these were the numbers I was thinking about, the first number lies to the right, so its opposites, now if we look at the opposites, the opposite lies to the left. Alright, the record low temperature for a town in Maine for January is -20 degrees Fahrenheit, and in February -19 degrees Fahrenheit. Order them from least to greatest and explain how we arrived. Well, if we're thinking of a number line, the further away from 0, the least it's going to be. So -20 is less than -19, because -19 is only 19 units to the left of 0, where -20 is 20 units to the left of 0. Alright, here's some more that we need to order. So Jan's running time is 9.2 minutes, where Jackie's is 9.18 minutes. Who ran the mile in the least time? Well, if we think of 0 on a number line, and I'm going to go all the way up, I'm going to say this is 9, and if we break between 9 and 10 into tenths, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. So here's 10. 9.2 would be right here, where 9.18 would be a little bit before that. So Jackie ran it in the least amount of time. A teacher wrote the following on the student's paper. One student lost 2.5 points because it's negative, so lost those points. The other student, -2. Did student 1, this is student 1, and this is student 2, perform worse? So we have to figure out which is the least. So if this is 0, this is -1, -2, -3. Student 1 is right here. Student 2 is right here. So student 1 performed worse. Student 1 performed worse because 2.5 is further to the left of 0. So a carp is swimming approximately, here's the water surface, 8 1/4 below the surface, where the sunfish is, and I'm estimating to save time for you, I'm hoping that your number lines are drawn better than mine, -3.5. So the sunfish is 3.5 below, or -3.5, and the carp is 8 1/4 below, or -1/4. So which fish is swimming further beneath? The carp, because 8 1/4 is further away than 3.5. Alright, I pre-drew my number lines. So they're playing a card game. The object is to finish with the most points. The scores at the end of the game are these: who won the game, who came in last place, and use the number line to model it. So here, Henry was at -7. Janin was at 0. And Clark was at -5. So if we needed the object as the most points, well, no one had a lot of points, but Janin had the most. She had 0. 0 is more than -5 and -7. So Janin came in first place, and Henry came in last place because he had the least number. Another set, another game, Clark had -1, Janin had -2, and Henry had -4. So if you want the most points, this time Henry lost. He had the least number of points. Janin came in second, and Clark, even though he still had -1 point, he still won. Alright, last example, and this is very similar to something you're going to have to do on your assessment. Represent each on using a rational number, and then order them from least to greatest. So if it is 122 meters above sea level, that is going to be 122. 1,629 meters above sea level, that's also going to be a positive number. And 15.24 meters below sea level is going to be a negative. So now, these are in order from least to greatest. We out.